Hello, Oklahoma Sooner fans. Let's go ahead and do the preseason break, the pre-week breakdown of this week's teams between the University of Kansas Jayhawks and the West Virginia Mountaineers. First of all, the Sunday matchup between between the Kansas State Wildcats and the Oklahoma Sooners. The Wildcats 2012-2013 went 20-14 last year before losing to Notre Dame 93-63 in their Sweet 16 matchup with Notre Dame, as I said. Their head coach is Bonnie Henriksen in her 9th year with the Hawks. She's in her 16th year overall. The other 7 years were spent at Virginia Tech. In all 16 years, she has 316 wins to go with 179 losses, with a winning percentage of 6.16. For her Jayhawks, the leading scorers, returning the leading scorers, are number 1 and number 2 on the roster chart, respectively. Number 1, Chelsea Gardner, and number 2, Natalie Knight. First of all, Chelsea Gardner, she averaged 8.34 points per ball game last year for the Hawks, while averaging 0.29 assists per ball game and 6.91 rebounds per ball game last year for the Chalk. While Natalie Knight, she averaged 8.32 points per ball game, 2.9 rebounds per assists per ball game, and 2.9 rebounds per ball game last year for the Rock Chalk Jayhawks. As for Oklahoma, they went 20 in 2012-2013. They went 24-11. They lost in their version of the Sweet 16 to the University of Tennessee, 64-59. Their head coach is Sherry Cole in her 18th year at Oklahoma, all at Oklahoma. She has career wins at 381 to career losses at 179, winning percentage of .680. The leading returning scorers for Oklahoma are number 3 and number 4, respectively. Number 3, Erin Ellenberg, and number 4, Nicole Griffin. First of all, number 3, Erin Ellenberg, she averages 18.69 points per ball game last year, while averaging 2.2 assists per ball game, 2.00, and 3.34 rebounds per ball game last year for the Sooner Boomers. Then the Sooners have their midweek game in a revenge game factor, and that game is against the West Virginia Mountaineers in Norman. The 2012-2013 Mountaineers went 17-14 last year under head coach Mike Carey, spending all 12 years at Wallview U. While at Wallview U, Carey has 244 wins with 144 losses, winning percentage at 0.634, and they lost in their first round of the WNCAA tournament to Delaware, 66-53. The returning scorers for West Virginia, just like for Kansas, jerseys number 1 and jersey number 2. But for West Virginia, jersey number 1 is Crystal Caldwell, and jersey number 2, Taylor Palmer. Number 1, Crystal Caldwell averages 13.1 points per ball game, while averaging last year 0.77 assists per ball game and 4.52 rebounds per ball game last year for the Mountaineers. While Taylor Palmer, number 2, she averaged 9.34 points per ball game, 1.45 assists per ball game, and 2.58 rebounds per ball game last year for West Virginia. And as for our Sooners of Oklahoma, the Sooners were 2012-2013. They averaged out to 24-11, losing in the Sweet 16 round to the University of Tennessee, 74-59. Their head coach is Sherry Cole in her 18th year at Oklahoma. The other 17 years, she has a career wins at 381 and losses at 179. The winning percentage of .680, and has spent all 18 years at OU. The returning scorers for the Sooners are number 3 Erin Ellenberg and number 4 Nicole Griffin. First of all, Ellenberg, number 3, she averaged 18.69 points per ball game last year, while averaging right at 2 assists per ball game and 3.34 rebounds per ball game for last year for the Boomer Sooner Nation. While for the Sooner Scooter, Nicole Griffin averaged 11.26 points per ball game, 0.91 assists per ball game, and 4.89 rebounds per ball game last year for the Sooners. Alright, everyone. Well, it's been fun, and it was a fun week in Sooner Athletics, and I hope that you guys enjoyed it as much as I did. Follow me on Facebook, Harry James Taylor. You can find me on Twitter, @SoonerFanOK. Remember to watch more of my videos. Alright, everyone take care, and as always, Boomer Sooner, everybody. Take care!